All right. What is going on? Welcome to another edition of Every Man is a Millionaire. We've got the Saturday night edition. Today, we're going to talk about why I am never going to retire. Hold on.
Today, we're going to talk about
There we go.
why I am never going to retire.
There we go. So we're good to go now. Once again, we're going to talk about why I am never, ever going to retire. There's been a lot of discussion about getting a gang of money, getting a heap of money, investing it so you could do whatever you want to do with your life, right? What about creating a lifestyle where you could do what you want to do with your life? What about having money coming in, not passive income, but active income that operates like a passive income vehicle? Think about it. If this is your first time here, I'm Glendon Cameron, your hustling godfather. What we do here is we talk about money, how to make it, how to grow it, and how you get money is through hustling and entrepreneurship. Since this is your first time here, do me this solid. Go below and get on the text notification list. YouTube does not send a notification to my subscribers, even if you ring the bell, they just don't. So if you want to get this hot content fresh off the presses, do that. All right, so let's get into this conversation tonight. What do I mean about a perpetual business? I'm going to give you some background. I used to have a business that required me to work 7 days a week. Now, going further back, I, at one point in my life, was extremely poor. I'm talking about we didn't have running water on the inside of the house, poor. So when I got this business, I was very grateful for this business because I was making money. I was happy. I was thrilled. But I didn't know any other way to make money other than to trade time for dollars. What I did do that was really wonderful for me was I traded my time for a higher dollar amount. At one time in the storage auction business, my hourly rate when I used to do it was like $1,000 an hour. That's how much I was making. But I was still trading time for money. And I got sick. And I saw how flawed that was because as long as I was healthy, as long as I could go to the storage unit auctions and stuff, I was good to go. But that kind of messed me up a little bit. That really created a lot of problems. The business shut down. And that's how I got to YouTube. That's where things got very interesting. I got my first taste of passive income. Boy, that right there, that was a game changer. I was making money, and for those of you who've been here on the channel for a long time, you know about this, but for the new folks, I was making money in my sleep. This is where the Craigslist protocol really got enhanced because I had the freedom to do what I wanted to do, and I had money coming in. And that was like 3 years. You know, you go back to that period, I was making a video once a week because I was just too busy doing what I wanted to do. And I also found out that I would never retire. I had retirement money coming in, do what I want. I got bored, and that's where the Craigslist protocols came in. Then that ended. And this is something that many elderly people are facing today. They did the right things. They saved money. They paid off their house. They sent their kids to school. And they made a promise with this company or the government that in my elderly years, you're going to send me money and take care of me until I take that dirt nap. That promise is being broken all over the place. Some people have had their benefits reduced 50%. People are suffering health issues and they need more money now than ever. And I look at this because I'm relatively young. And I was like, okay, how are we going to do this? Because The active income is great, but that takes up all of the time. The passive income is great, but at some point, something can come along and disrupt the passive income. It could be a platform change. It could be a war. It will disrupt this passive income. So passive income is dependent upon everything going right all the time. And active income is dependent upon you showing up. So in both cases, both of them can be more fragile than people let on to be. They just don't get to really feel it out. So what I've come up with this solution, and this is why I'll never retire, is the perpetual company. Now, one of the things we do is teach you that every man should have a four-figure hustle minimum. That's one of the first mandates. You should do something that makes you a G or more per month in addition to your job. Now, I started to think about this. Build a hustle, keep your job, and start to scope out a long-term perpetual business model. Now, this is where I picked this up. One of my landlord for the warehouses I had, we used to call him Mr. Sam. Dude was 92 at the time, so he may still be around. That would make him, whoa, like 116 or something like that. But Mr. Sam had active income. He did not have, quote, passive income. When I used to make out my checks to pay my rent, I would make them out to a trust fund that was set up for his son and daughter. And there was literally about 35 buildings in this trust fund that were all paid off. So there was an active business in the trust fund that Mr. Sam got money for managing the trust fund. I actually went to his house. This house would not, you wouldn't believe this house. This house was super nice, but if you knew how much money this dude was worth, or should I say his children were worth, because when you set up a trust, and it was an irrevocable trust, because I said, well, why don't you sell some of this property? He said, I can't sell it. It's in a trust, which told me it was an irrevocable trust. So Mr. Sam got to live in a grand style because he still had active income. Even though we would consider real estate passive income, you still got to manage it. You still have people hired. There's still things to do. It's not like you just, like when I had true passive income, I didn't do nothing. Money came in, I didn't do nothing. I waited to, well, I had two forms of passive income. I had money coming through my merchant account, and I had a big check coming from Amazon every month. That was me. Like for first of the month, I forget me even sent it. So the new thing is keep your job until it interferes with your business activities. Don't quit your job just to start a business. That's a bad policy. But keep your job, start a hustle, and go ahead and figure out a long-term perpetual business model. And the way that this will work is you'll spend a few years getting it set up. You may spend 10, 20 years getting it set up. But once it's set up, and part of to setting this up is proper debt management. If you can get a business to $1 million a year and you can keep yourself out of debt, that business is going to keep making money. It's going to keep making money. So you're like 62, 70, whatever age you want to retire, whatever age you want to check out. For some of you, this could actually happen in your 30s. If you start at 16, you do your business, you do your hustle, then you build this. Gymshark, the guy who has Gymshark, he literally has this deal he don't even think he's 30 years old, because he's brought in the CEO. He's just around the company. He does what he wants. He comes and goes as he wants, but he has millions of dollars coming in because he has other people running the business. So you spend 10, 15, 20, whatever time you need, and you learn the business inside and out, and then you go out and you get someone. And then some people were talking about, just literally giving someone a multi-million-dollar business. Homie, don't put that. You will set them up and say, look, people in this industry make this. I'm going to pay you twice this. Now, this is what's going to happen. I am going to give you part ownership of this business 20 years from now. You got to invest your 20 years. I'll sign a contract, whatever, because say you're 70 and you give them 90. But see, the thing is, they don't get full ownership of the business until you and your heirs are paid off. So what you do is you set it up where, they'll get like 3 times, 4 times industry averages income, and they'll slowly, take over the company. Just don't be giving someone a 20, 30-year-old company like, hey, yeah, you run it, you get, no, that's stupid, that's dangerous, because what they're going to do, they're going to try to push you out, and they're going to try not to pay you. So you keep your hands firmly on the purse strings, and you sign checks. You could sign checks from Italy. You could travel, take care of your grandkids, do whatever you want to, but you don't give up any check signing authority. You just don't do that. So you get the best of both worlds. You get an active business pumping you way more money than a 401k, way more money than a pension, way more money than stock market where you can only pull out 4 or 5%. And the reason that I'm present this to you, and the reason I think you need to do this, is we're about to enter a period of amazing medical advancement. They're going to be able to grow you new lungs. They're going to be able to grow you new heart. They're going to be able to grow you new kidneys, all this other stuff, right? It is not going to be cheap. So for you to preserve your life and to preserve your health, you're going to need to have as much money as possible, not $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, and you pull 4% off a year. You don't want to be on a fixed income. You don't want to be that, because let's say your company's doing $5 million a year. We ain't even super balling. It's a solid company, very low debt. You own the property. You're in good position, right? And you make $5 million a year. You pay the CEO $500,000. Okay. And then after taxes and everything, you get like 1.4, 1.5 million. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this because I get a lot of people. At one point, I had a lot of people who were doing investment stuff, stock market stuff. They wanted to advertise the channel. They wanted me. I was like, that's not my message. I have not a penny in the stock market. I believe in the stock market. It can be effective. And if when you get old and the stock market is at a high, you're good to go. But what about you 63, getting ready to retire and the market crashes? See, by you having a perpetual business, you control your destiny, you control your income, you control your future, not some third party or some dude up in New York. That's what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm doing. Notice I have no personal debt. I don't have any car payments. My credit card is paid before the statement cuts. And the reason I'm staying in this position is, and this is going to really flip your wig. You don't have to be a millionaire. What? Stick with me. Let's say you, Jed, a farmer, you're in a county where people don't make a lot of money. So you get your business, your farm, and once again, you manage your debt properly, and you're making like $400,000 a year. But the average income in the area is 28. You boss hog. Remember that Dukes of Hazzard? You're boss hog, right? So even with that, you still will have a better lifestyle, higher income, even if you don't become a millionaire. Once again, say you don't want to do this. Say you're 20 years old and your goal by the time you're 40 is to own 20 properties free and clear. Same thing. You may not even, your 20 properties might be worth $40,000 collectively, right? They're not even $1 million. But 20 because by the time that you're of age to retire, rent's going to be $1,200, $1,500 times 20. That's $20-some thousand a month. You got a management company, you have taxes, so you're going to pull out at 15, 16, $17,000 a month, and you ain't even a millionaire. Most people don't make $5,000 a month. And once again, you employ certain principles, you get your house paid off, you keep your debt. Once again, you're living real nice. Even on the low end of this program. But so many people are caught up in this. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire on paper. I want to brag and say that I'm a millionaire and all this other stuff, right? They're so busy counting vanity that they ain't counting dollars. Folks here on the YouTube. So what I'm telling you is that you guys should keep your job, start a hustle, and then take your time and build a long-term. Because the thing is, there are many long-term business models. It's all about debt management. A restaurant could be a long-term business model if you can get the building that the restaurant is. There it is. I knew of a restaurant when I was living in the boarding house, and it was on the ice truck. It was a house in the hood, and they only served lunch. And their policy was once they ran out of food, they shut down. This house, and you go into the living room, and there was this buffet set up, and this people putting in the Cornish hen, the dressing, the corn, all the stuff. This was verified 100% soul food that was seasoned just right. It was awesome, right? One day I just got smart and counted the people because we got there at the beginning and we actually ate there. There wasn't that many seats. And they were doing about $1,500, $2,000 a day. In the 90s, 5 days a week, $1,500, $2,000 a day, house in the hood. They were doing like 20 to 40 grand per month from this house in the hood. It's a business concept for those of you that, because everything goes down in the hood if you treat the hood right. But this is one of the things that, we should all aspire to, because the goal should be to create a situation where you get to manage your time, not to, I don't have anything to do. I got money coming. Trust me. I know that's going to sound very crazy, but you want to have something to do. You want to be gainfully employed, because typically when you don't have something to do, this is when people just die. You never notice how with your aunts, your uncles, and elderly people, they retire and they sit down and do nothing, and 1-2 years, they gone. The body was meant to be in motion, to do stuff, to have dreams, goals. So you need to be doing some stuff. Seriously. Okay, that was crazy. Let's see. We got a few people here. What's up, man? We got a lot of Georgia people here. Cool Breeze, Jay Laugh, Western. What's up, Raquel? Sense Reality, Western, Ronnie Wilson, Insti Administrative. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Financial independence. Never ending is better than financial independence. Retire early. Yeah, because the thing is, you're going to see people are living longer. And the retirement age is 62, right? But people are retiring at 62 because they can no longer work because they didn't keep their body and health together. But these folks are not retiring by choice, and they're not retiring with a bunch of money. They're retiring because they can't work, and then they'll get a piece of a job. Like my mother literally worked up until she went into a home. She didn't know anything about money. What's up, Suburban Gents, Mentor Shelley, Diana? The Mr. Bum 86. What you need to do is go below and enroll in Game 105. They are holding enhanced, because I've said it a million times, and I'm not going to sit here and go over it and over it again. You want that information? Sign up. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's just you don't know how to use Google. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right, Sir Isaac. What's up, Be Real? No, we can't link up. Let me go ahead and just say something. And Sir Isaac, I appreciate you wanting to link up. I really do, because that means you think highly of me. Let me tell you what my schedule is going to be for the rest of the year. It's going to be balls to the wall. I'm going to be producing content 4 days a week, training 4 days a week. I ain't meeting nobody except my bed at night. So I shut down the Facebook group, and I'm going to devote my time and energy to my students, and that's what I'm going. So there will not be any meeting. You want to earn Birmingham? Hey, there you go. Thank you, Doug, for the $5 super chat. What's up, Christian Gene? Christian, grilling some chicken and sausage. All right, Mark Scott, Grill Master. Christian Alexander, the thing that motivates me outside of all the things we talked about lately is the fact that I don't want to retire. I want to work at Walmart to make ends meet. I understand. Johnny Green, you got to make that decision, player. You got to be in that truck. You got to take on that responsibility. So, like a lot of y'all have asked me, is this business a good idea? You should research your business, research your business model, do the internet thing, talk to people. You should know more about that business than I do, since that's what you want to do. Raining one band. Yeah, I did the King talk. Go below if you want to be a king and listen to that video, because we have a lot of people out here who are perpetrating the fraud. If you don't have any followers, you don't have a kingdom. If you don't have an obedient queen, you ain't no king. I know that sucks, and I know that's something you don't want to hear, but you ain't no king. Thank you. I think they like me. Steve James, my retirement isn't the Powerball. Man, people are going crazy. I was out last night and someone was like, "Are you going to play the Powerball?" And I said, "No." Really? I was like, I have no interest in it. I mean, I know if I don't play, I can't win, but I'm just not playing. I've not played the lottery and that stuff like 15, 16 years. I want to become a developer overseas. Okay. All right. I got it. Raining woman. A true entrepreneur who will win the Powerball and the million still will want to know how they can double or triple that. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the King talk, because I just got tired of some foolishness. We ain't going there, Gabran. We ain't going there. One of the things I'm going to do is keep the stream on point. So what we're going to do, thank you for the $5 super chat, but we ain't going there. What's up, Josco? Yeah, because this is a new concept, because everyone talks about start a business and have an exit plan. Start a business, run it for 5 years, get it big, sell it to Google. I'm like, don't do that. Because for some people, that's reality. That works. But if you are like 21 years old, you have bad credit, you got a baby's mama, you can still do this. The first thing to make this happen is you must have a vision and a plan, a written plan. I found something that I wrote like in 2008, because I was looking for my DD 214. Sexually, you got 60 days to turn this into Chase. Once again, if you're a veteran, Chase will open up a business or personal account for you for free. I just went ahead and ordered my DD 214 just in case I can't find it. But I found so many things, and I found out stuff that I had written 15, 20 years ago that has come true. So you got to write your goals down. A lot of people love that King video. Cool Breeze, I would like to gamble on my business rather than some random choice of fortune. Yeah, because I mean, people gonna be on it. People gonna be on it, but I'm just like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Christian Alexander, playing the lottery is doing poor people shit. Something that I learned from you, Uncle G. Very few people win. I mean, you feel that you're gonna win, you feel the Lord's gonna bless you and your number, and you can play Baby Joe's birthday to get. Go ahead. I ain't messing with it. Thank you, reigning woman. Stefan, I asked my coworkers who didn't hit any numbers house. Do they want to make their millions? One of them said this: I think I'm content without my millions unless I hit the low. A lot of people are, man. I had to use it for something. It's around here, but that's a good idea. To scan it and save it as a PDF. That's really a good idea. Working on my business is my anxiety medication. That's cool. Okay, you were in the Air Force. Good deal. Steve Jimmy, love that King talk. Kill or be killed. That's the reality. The war is not going to be fought with guns and bullets and munitions. The war is going to be fought with dollar bills. The more dollar bills you have, the more bullets you have in your economic gun. And this is something that many people just simply refuse to understand. The Tea Party was built with an economic gun. These folks didn't just like get together and grassroots work. No, there was a plan, there was a lieutenant, there was a general, there was someone handling stuff, there were checks that were written, but people don't want to do that. Arden, what's up, man? The king was much needed. I really don't know how some men can seek answers but reject it. It is the psychology of how people are groomed today. Everybody's going for vanity. I mean, someone sent me a link, and I really didn't believe it. And one of the reasons I didn't believe it is I don't think that way. But there are companies that are renting the time in a jet that's on the ground so they can take Instagram pictures. And now it makes sense because you see the same thing. You'll see a jet, you will see a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, and I'm just like, does all these folks who have jets have Rolls Royces? That's what I thought. I did not think that this stuff was fake. Because one, I don't really pay attention to it. It's not my flow. It's not my vibe. But when he sent me that link that you can, for like 90 bucks, rent a seat on a jet and take a picture. You could take a picture in the jet. You can take a picture outside the jet. The Rolls Royce is optional. And I want you to really think about this. We have women, Black women, white women, Asian women, and Hispanic women going out and putting stuff in their bodies. Some of them are doing it legit, some of them are doing it dangerously. We have white women, Black women, Asian women, Hispanic women getting weed. I'm gonna do that in a private conversation. I'm gonna do that because I was messing with a white girl and she had a weed. This is for vanity. They don't care if it's real. They want the look. They rather look good than to be organically good. And once I begin to understand that, because I don't think that way, so I didn't really see it, I was like, wow, this is messed up. What's up, Perceptions Media? Sir Isaac. Oh, Gabran, I like this. Why do people try to pretend like money's not important when they always playing the low? I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you, Anthony Ware. Doug, the art of holding course. How does it work? How long is the course and how often is the course? Great question. The art of holding is a living course. And what I mean by that is periodically, I'm going to add content to it, like my experience with getting my holding company from my real estate company. I'm going to discuss that. I'm going to go to New Mexico and open up New Mexico LLC. So I'm going to walk through it. The bulk of the course is done. How does it work? Every person needs a holding company. If you want to do some king shit, create your holding company, create an operating company, and then find a business or businesses to activate these companies. So that's what the art of holding is about. Plus, we're gonna get into more stuff. And the only way you can get it, because I had someone who was like trying to be cheap. One of the things, and I know some of this is going to upset y'all, I'm not going to give you what you want. Because a lot of you, as evidence upon the Facebook group, just want to get your dick wet. You don't want to make any money. You want to start any business. I'm out of that business. I'm not giving you what you want. I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to feed your fucking soul. I'm going to give you the stuff that's going to make you rich. I'm going to give you the shit that's going to make you free. That's the business I'm in. So if you want it, quote, cheap, don't sign up, because some of the stuff that's in the art of holding is going to require you to spend money, and you're not going to get immediate return. What I'm doing and what I'm teaching you is what I have done. There's going to be a period where you're going to have to work hard. You're going to put in effort. You're going to have to show up every day, and you're not going to get a paycheck for weeks and months. This YouTube channel, I worked on this YouTube channel full time for 6 months. Now, full disclosure, because I had a business that I was liquidating, I had money in the bank. Because people are like, oh, you got lucky. No, I earned that position because I worked for that position. Luck had nothing to do with it. So, because I see people who are like, hey, how can I get in cheap? Don't get in. If that is your thought process after watching me, don't buy. This is something for the rest of your life. This is something you can pass on to your kids. That's what this is. Now, the art of holding, Game 105, and Psychology is now banded together. And the links below is $150 per month for 20 months. Now, if you own your king shit within 2 or 3 months, that 150 should be nothing to you because you hustling. But if you're like, hey, I just want to wait, if you're just a rah-rah person, like you get hyped, like that was a good video, that was a good lecture, it was a good course. You don't do shit with it. You're not gonna get any results, man. You just ain't. Let's see. Hold on. Steve James, you can spend $500 to rent a jet on the legs back with no. Dang, that's crazy. Stunned on the ground. That broad video about Brazilian butt lifts, and even saw K Michelle getting an illegal butt injection. It was horrible. It's like people don't want to learn about butt exercises. Since Rally, you make a very good point, because there was this girl I was following on Instagram, and she was flat assed. And over 18 months, she lost weight. She got in the gym. And this is something that I knew that she was working on, and I knew she was true. She said, I focus only on ass exercises. I did the low bar squat, and she just broke it down. And this girl literally, because she reduced her waist, and she literally put 2 inches of muscle on her ass. So she has an ass now, and she was flat assed. 18 months. But like Sister Reality said, a lot of people don't want to put in work. They just want that ass. And in a few years, everybody's going to be able to have a huge dick. There's going to be a dick surgery, but it's going to have risk. But a lot of folks are going to do that because they want to say they hanging. It's wild. That's going to come up. Transparent. What's up, the Homer Apparel Group? I've been watching you for years and finally bought into a cleaning franchise last month. I have 3 clients and $1,000 per month. Trying to get to the point where I can quit my day job. Thank you. Awesome. Taking action. Christian Anderson, that's one of my favorite slams. Something to think about. There's a huge difference in signing the back of a check than the front of the check and becoming an owner versus an employee. I actually clowned some stunning on him. I was like, hey, my name's on the front of the check. He didn't even get it. All right. Perceptions mean that from modern day to working out, everything's becoming instant gratification like fast food. I would say you're 100% correct on that. Steve Jameson, you funny, but I think you're absolutely right. I got another story that I need to put in private conversations because I can't talk about it on here. YouTube is doing this thing, and it's kind of like ghosting that they used to do on Craigslist. That if you use certain language and stuff, that they restrict your video. It's for real. That part is whoever wins the lotto, you're gonna have to be in the witness protection program because of all the negativity out here. Man, here's a little game for those of you who are gonna play the lottery. Let's say you have a holding company, right? What you can do is have someone go pick up your check for you in the name of your company. Now, the check's going to be made out to your company, so they can't cash it. Have it made out to something LLC because they got to publish the winner of the lottery, right? So if you got a corporation, I'm gonna tell you, most folks are so lazy, they ain't gonna look it up. They're just like, oh, some company won it. They're not gonna look it up. 90% of the people will not even go to the Secretary of State and look at that company. Get you an attorney, come up there. He does a speech, dog and pony show. Take your check to the bank. No one knows. That's one of the things you. Uh, Reigning woman. People are having dick surgery. Actually, there is. There actually is an exercise. There's no drugs or surgery needed. There is, and you can literally. It's a combination of one losing weight and doing certain exercises, and you can get a bigger dick naturally. You can. All right, Doug, this is for you. Starting next week, because I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. I'm gonna people sign up. Let's go through it. You sign up for the enhanced starter holding, right? It's 150 bucks. You're gonna get instant access to Game 105. Now, starting next week, I'm gonna be adding people to the other courses because there's a way that I got to do this, and I got to get set up for it. So be patient, but it'll start next week. All right, Baruch. Good things. Oh, Christian. When it comes to success, consistency is king. Absolutely. And that's a very important thing with it. And I'm going to tell you something about success that a lot of you just will find to be absolutely mind numbing. The most successful people are the folks who are brutally consistent. The best bodybuilders eat the same food day in, day out. They're machines. The best athletes do the same workouts or harder or push themselves, and they don't eat bad food. It is just showing up and being consistent with things you know that bring you results. So that is it. All right. So for those of you who want to, and look, we're going to talk about this. I believe every man needs to have a holding company and an operating company. You need to do this before you get some chick pregnant, before you get married, and all this other stuff. Because what it does is provide you financial protection and something apart from yourself that you get to control. Like I have this saying, the only rights you have are those rights you can enforce, right? With my situation, if I was a regular dude with a regular job, they would have got me. I would have had no options. But because I created the holding company, the operating company, I actually was able to tell that judge, oh, I don't make any money. And they were going to have a hard time proving that. And this is why I just don't do certain things. But because I set that stuff up, it gave me the ability to enforce my rights. Because if you can't enforce your rights, you have no rights. And I actually found the dismissal thing when I was unpacking stuff. I was able to do that. I was able to hold people accountable because of decisions that I had made years prior. So when I'm saying this, I'm not just saying that, you should do this, you just buy my course, and it's going to be big. If 10% of Black people were business owners, that would literally change the perception of the world of us. Just 10%, not the whole black community, just 10%. Where people got used to seeing a young black male in the Ferrari. That's like, oh, his dad must have got it. That's what they say about that Asian dude. You see an Asian dude pull up in the port, you don't think, no, oh, Asians got money. They built that perception about themselves in the last 30 years. When Asians came here, were hated. Google Archie Bunker episodes and see how he talked about Asians. They weren't happy with Asians, but they changed the game. Let's see. Um, Y'all putting in that work. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's be real clear. If you think I'm a jerk, don't buy my program. If you think you can pop off at me on the platform that I lease from YouTube, you're sadly mistaken, you little sorry ass bitch. You don't have what it takes, because if you gonna get that worked up because I told you the truth, you'll never be successful. Now take that and get angry and actually go out and do something with your fucking life. All right. Embrace the suck. It's lonely when you build it. Yes, it is. True, true. I think they like me. You teach how to start a real business. A lot of the business guys who were selling dreams and all around, you could see the pain in their faces when things started to go downhill. Man, and this is a good point. I appreciate you for saying that. I've been here 9 years, going on 10. How many business channels have you seen come and go in that time? How many people you've seen stop making YouTube videos because they just couldn't make it? Steve Jameson, Ray Lewis says, greatness is a lot of small things to well day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day. True. So, all right. So sign up for the enhanced art of holding. You're going to get the real stuff to protect yourself. Because see, I can't stress this. And too many young guys who you don't have any baby mamas, you don't have any of this stuff. This is the time to create your insurance policy. If you go ahead and create a holding company and you go ahead and create an operating company, and then you take control of your income, no one can just take money from you. Like child support, they just can't take your money, because see, the child support order is going to come in your name. It ain't going to come in that business name. And if they find out you got a business, they're going to ask you for tax returns, and they're going to ask you for a P&L. You, player, get to decide what goes on that P&L, because you are the king of that company. And there ain't a damn thing they can do about it. I'm just giving you the facts here, because one of the reasons I did the king shit video was, you're sitting here looking at someone who went to child support court and won. And people are like, oh, people do that every day. I don't see that every day. I see people losing it. I see dudes almost suicidal here on YouTube because of child support. This shit ain't happening every day. But once again, these are the haters. You good people who watch the channel who appreciate it, like Mr. whatever his name is. He's a dick. He's a hater because, see, I'm your instructor. I'm your educator. I'm giving you the life lessons that I have lived, and I'm not going to be kind about it, and I'm not going to kiss your asses, and therefore I'm not going to blow smoke up your asses. And a lot of people don't appreciate my rough and tough approach. Fine. Find someone else to teach you this stuff. Good luck with that, because they can't teach you what they don't know. So Douglas Jones, hundreds of thousands of Japanese Americans, American citizens were placed in concentration camps by the government in World War II. They lost everything. Absolutely. But see, they ain't the same as slavery. That was just tough. They were only tough on them for a few years. I'm being facetious. What's up, hip hop? Instrumentals just smell so good. I like that name. Thank you very much. Chase gives veterans free checking accounts, personal and business. You can have 30 checking accounts at Chase, and if you're a veteran, they all free. I want you to think about that. That's dope. Thank you, Johnny. All right. So I'm about to shut this puppy down. For those of you who want to live a different life, because this ain't it for everybody. It ain't for everybody. But go ahead and enroll in the enhanced art of holding. And we're gonna because the art of holding is, like I said, it's a living course. It's going to be more content, and then we're going to get into some special stuff. And then I think you'll have to go to Disruptive Mail to get into private conversations. If you didn't know, YouTube has literally shut down anyone who uses too much profanity. There's just a lot of stuff that you get restricted and your channel won't grow. So the content I can't put on YouTube, I'm gonna put on my own platform. All those little dirty stories and the story times. And see, I can actually be 100% free because I don't have to worry about YouTube flagging some or shutting down the channel. So it's gonna be dope. All right, so links are below. Be sure to get on the text notification list, and I will see you guys later, probably tomorrow, because we got to crank it up. I was in LA, I got way behind, so I gotta do some double time to get right. See you guys later.